Guys, we recorded in a very busy Brooklyn warehouse. And in this episode, you might hear some construction.
Yeah, there was some construction noise happening. We did our best to pause for it, work around it. We're going to try to take it out. But if you hear some random weird background noise, it's just that's what it is.
Someone literally taking a chainsaw to the window right behind us.
Yeah, there's, New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
Yeah, so enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show. Hi, I'm Alise Morales.
And I'm Tamarez.
And this is
Go Touch Grass,
the podcast where we log in
so you can log off.
Millie and I are two chronically online comedians, and on this pod, we break down the week in internet discourse, viral memes, TikTok trends, and niche influencer drama so that you can go do literally anything else.
And if you like what you hear today and want to hear more, we got to Go Touch Grass Patreon with tons more content weekly, access to our Discord community, and our spin-off series Search History, where we go back and break down a viral discourse from the past. This week, we go into something that's very, very current. And I think we're going to talk about, I think it's all like this episode, the topic, it's Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
And what they like and what's going on.
Gen Alpha is, they're starting to affect the culture of adults now.
Yes.
They're getting old enough where it's like, now I need to know what 6, 7 is.
Yes,
or
we're going to get into that later.
I need to know what all these things are. Before I used to be like, I don't need to know anything about Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha is not in my life now.
Oh boy. They're
getting into my life.
They're here in this episode a lot. And like this week's Patreon episode.
Yes. Actually, the discourse as well. They're well represented in this week's episode.
It's all about, but the whole point is the Patreon episode I did on a 15-year-old influencer named Salish Matter, who launched a skincare line at Sephora. And the launch was so crazy. They had to shut down the largest mall in America, the American Dream Mall, which is a mall that has a ski resort and a water park and like an ice skating. It has everything in there. Yeah. So it was so crowded. So anyway.
Yeah. And it's not even to see a performance. Just to be clear, it was to see a little girl launch her makeup brand.
Skincare brand. Not even makeup, because makeup you could understand, but skincare is like, she's selling a hydrating cleanser to 13-year-olds.
And 80,000 people are showing up
and
at the mall.
80,000 people. Guys, listen to the Patreon.
Yeah.
Listen to the Patreon.
And listen, here's something else you should listen to, is our book club book, The Bewitching by Silvia Moreno Garcia, who's an author that I actually love. I mean, you can read the book club book, obviously, but it's also available on Spotify Premium. You get access to our Discord community if you are in our Patreon at the $5 level. So get signed up for that. And we have not forgotten that we owe you all a spell.
Yes.
You voted. We are going to do the spell. We will be purchasing the spell live on Instagram whenever we record Patreon this week. So probably like Saturday at some point.
We got to look at the schedule.
Keep an eye out. We'll let you know ahead of time exactly what time we'll be buying the spell, but it will take place live on Instagram this weekend. We are purchasing a spell.
Also, to people who are like, what happened to the pyramid scheme book? We're in talks with the author, and something's going to happen soon on the Patreon with the author of the Pyramid Scheme book. So the book club things are paying off.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And speaking of paying off and being online, Go Touch Grass is on YouTube, where we have full video episodes every Saturday with extra funny moments that didn't make it into the audio. Plus, you can now get updates on all things Grass Nation at gotouchgrass.com.
Gotouchgrasspodcast.com.
Gotouchgrasspodcast.com. Apologies.
And now that all of that is out of the way, so much housekeeping had to happen.
Listen, we're two Latina women.
Exactly.
We love to housekeep.
We're hustling. We're two millennial girl bosses. We came up in the era of lean in. Lean into your housekeeping. Lean into your plugs.
Lean into your housekeeping. Lean back at the club.
Wow.
Lean in and lean back, and that's the correct balance.
Wow, that should be your like girl boss book.
Yeah, lean back.
Exactly, with Millie Tamarez. We'll figure out what it's about later, but we have the title.
Well, I feel like Ozempic Fat Joe, because he's on Ozempic.
Is he?
And he's
I didn't know that we'd lost Fat Joe to Ozempic.
No, Fat Joe's been lost to Ozempic.
I didn't know.
But anyway, Fat Joe will come and do it because he did the J-Lo movie. Anyway, speaking of J-Lo movie.
We have a wonderful guest on the show today. He's a dear friend and comedian who you guys either are in the process of getting to know or will soon come to know from the reality competition show Slayers, which is out right now on Out TV. But you actually already know him if you are following us on social media. You know his work because he literally makes all of the clips for the Go Touch Grass podcast, Instagram and TikTok. He's a very, very dear, important person in Grass Nation. Please welcome Steven Zakari.
Yeah!
Woo!
Thank you so much.
Wow.
I'm so pleased to be here. I love being a part of Grass Nation.
Oh,
great.
yeah. You're like an officer in Grass Nation. You have a leadership role.
You're in the inner like circle of Grass Nation.
Yeah.
You're like
the cabinet.
You're in the cabinet.
Love.
You're in the cabinet.
It's
like,
a pleasure to be in the cabinet.
Yeah. Like not in, we're a democracy kind of for now.
Yeah.
But
there's a cabinet and you are certainly in the cabinet.
Speaking of cabinet, so Slayers is basically it's like the challenge, but it's all gay people.
Yep.
And it's like fantasy.
Yeah.
How'd you end up doing the show? And tell us about it. Like,
Totally.
tell us if that was an accurate description.
Sure.
Yeah.
What are the missions like? I think people need to wrap their head around.
Totally.
It's a lot going on.
It sure is.
And I didn't even say who hosts it.
Hakuna Matata. No, listen. It's called Slayer's Wheel of Fate on Out TV. It is hosted by Tiffany New York Pollard.
Yep.
Come on now. Come on now.
I love New York.
Come
I
on.
love New York
Yes.
fame.
And basically she calls upon 10 queers from all over the place to come help her win Castle Chaos from the evil queen Karen.
Okay.
And we also are working to free her dragon Sydney.
Okay.
So she has a dragon named Sydney and you're freeing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Queen Karen owns Sydney, the dragon.
Okay.
And Tiffany wants to free her.
Okay.
Okay.
And the whole thing is the way to do that is she needs our help to defeat Queen Karen because Queen Karen has an illegal dragon gambling situation going on these underground casinos.
Oh my God. I know. I'm like, the lore is extremely deep.
Challenge is like, here's $5,000.
It's fierce.
If you like jump bungee cord over a gorge, and you guys are doing that, but it's also like Queen Karen is illegally gambling, and
it's so fierce. And like you see her, and she's like so like maniacal and stuff, but she has a pumpkin spice latte. I'm obsessed with her. No.
So it's like a caricature of an actual Karen.
Yes.
Yeah, that you're fighting.
Okay. And you guys are fighting.
Yeah.
And what is the ultimate prize for you as the people in the competition?
So whoever is the ultimate slayer at the end of the competition, you win up to $25,000 or maybe more.
Or maybe more.
And become the ultimate slayer. But if you don't, if you get voted out, whichever episode, you get eaten by the dragon.
Oh, so that's how you got eliminated.
Sydney?
By Sydney.
Sydney will eat you?
Yeah, you go
and is Sydney like animatronic? What's going on?
Oh, can't reveal the magic of
you
Slay.
can't reveal
okay,
the
we can't
magic
talk
of
But
about
I will
okay.
tell you something. Like the minute I saw it blink at me, I was like,
Oh, so it's
like,
a thing though. It's like a real.
It's a thing. It's roaring. It comes at you.
So it's scary.
It scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, okay.
It scared the shit out
I
of
didn't
me.
know if it was a CGI thing.
No, it was
actually...
fully
It was
there.
practical.
It was fully
it was
there.
a practical.
We've got a
Sydney.
practical.
Yeah.
Honestly, a practical Sydney is way scary.
It was so fierce. The wings are moving. It scared the shit out of me.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like a Juilliard grad in tennis, covered in tennis balls. You know what I'm saying?
No, honestly, the first thing I thought of was like that dinosaur, the T-Rex costume. That's what I thought I was gonna walk into a city, which is so silly. Not the case.
No, not the case.
No.
They went all out with the Sydney.
They sure did.
As
Sydney
they
of it
should.
all.
As they
should.
should.
And okay, so we touched on it, but Tiffany New York Pollard is the host.
Yeah,
obviously, she's like one of the most iconic reality TV show characters.
Yeah.
Especially in American history.
I would
100%.
say like in American reality TV show history, she's in the top.
Yeah.
I would say 5.
I would say
reality
5
figures.
I would say 5, if not 3. Like that, like shifted culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything memeable, whatever.
Exactly. Like, because she's, obviously, I know her from Flavor of Love. That's where I first got acquainted.
Sure.
But I'm not even a Big Brother person. She has a whole other iconic run on Celebrity Big Brother. That's where she has that quote that's like, I would tell Gemma that she's a fat cunt.
Yeah. Well,
so good. It's so good.
And then also she did her own spin-off of Flavor of Love.
Oh, I Love New York.
I Love New York.
Mm-hmm.
And
there was a spin-off of that with the two, because she had two twins on that show that she kept almost falling in love with one of the twins, Real and Chance, and then they had a real chance at love.
wow.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, I
Real
was
Chance at
deep.
Love.
I even watched A Real Chance at Love.
No, because what happened is they got basically they took The Bachelor, which is all about like mostly hot, like skinny hot white people. For a long time, The Bachelor was only white people.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Until
what
like
if
the last 5 years?
until the last 5 years, God forbid they have someone who weighs over 5 pounds. Like, so now it's like, what if we had The Bachelor full of really big personalities that are not that cute and also, but like, it would made for better TV, honestly.
No, that's why I think this is actually going to be, well, I already know it's going to be good TV because it literally is like the queer version of Traitors, but like much campier.
Okay.
Much
That's
campier.
fun.
There's a dragon named Sydney.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
There's
so
a dragon
good.
named Sydney. But okay, so just give us like, what's she like in person? What's it like to be around like a true icon? I mean, I know like you have a background in reality TV, so you know like the impact.
Totally. She is the nicest person on earth.
I love that.
Like she was always on our team. Like if anyone was feeling a certain type of way, she'd come up to you, try to like talk to you, make sure you're all good. She was always like making sure we felt okay, like on set. If there was any drama, like and like someone was being like felt upset, she would like go up to them, like talk to them. She was always looking out for us.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with her.
Lean in.
Yeah. Boss
knows when
fit.
to
The
lean in.
HBIC. That's
The
right.
HBIC.
She's a head bitch in charge.
Okay, I have a hot take.
Yeah.
I would say, right, we're living 2025, we're living with the effects of Donald Trump.
Mhm.
But
I'd say that.
I would
I would say that.
I would say that this country would be in a way different, better direction if Tiffany Pollard, I Love New York, of New York fame, was the first reality TV show president.
I mean, that would have been.
That honestly, yeah.
We would be living in a completely different universe, and it would be better.
It'd be so
and
much
it would
better.
be better.
Right? Because I'm just like, I feel like we'd have The Purge for one day. Like one day a year, there'd be insane violence. But hey, we get it all out in one day instead of like every time I go to the bank, I'm worried if a white kid had a bad day. I love New York. I'm just saying New York would handle it.
New York would handle it.
She would handle it.
I feel confident that we would have universal health insurance. I'm not sure
Yeah.
exactly how she would get it. But
We
I
can
just
ask.
feel confident that it would be done. That it would
100%.
finally be done.
It's like when you turn on the lights and you know the lights are coming on.
Yeah.
You don't know how it happens.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't, that's
I don't
not,
understand.
We don't need to
above
know.
it.
Yeah.
it's above
This
you,
isn't,
but
this
it'll
isn't
happen.
a science podcast.
This is not a science
This isn't
podcast.
a How the Lights Work podcast.
No. There's another podcast called How Does Stuff Work? And they make more money
you can
than
ask
us.
them.
And you
You
can
can
ask
ask
them.
them.
But until then, we are going to talk about what Gen Alpha is saying on the internet.
Okay. I think it's time then. That's time
it's
to get
time.
into the discourse.
Gen Alpha.
I know.
Gen Alpha,
I
are
know.
you scared? What is your impression of that?
Okay, can I speak? Okay, seriously. So I was doing this comedy show. We finished whatever. I'm outside smoking my jazz cabbage. Love jazz cabbage.
Yeah.
Jazz cabbage.
I love jazz
stop.
cabbage. I love it. Gives it whimsy.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm smoking. I swear to God to you, I saw an 11-year-old smoking a Marlboro Red.
Wow.
I was like, that's Gen Alpha. I was like,
That's Gen Alpha.
what chip on your shoulder do you have?
Yeah, what has brought you to a Marlboro Red?
Literally.
I feel like was that the cigarette you couldn't even get at a bodega? Or you couldn't get bodega cigarette? You couldn't get a cigarette in general? Because you said New York's gone soft.
Oh no, I couldn't get cigarettes in general. There was a night where I was in Bushwick, Brooklyn, and I went to three
deep in Bushwick.
different bodegas, and
hood.
none of them sold cigarettes. And I
Wow.
felt very much again like that character in Sex and the City who's like, nobody has any fun anymore. And then she's trying to smoke inside and then she falls out the window. Like, I was like, I can't get cigarettes in Bushwick.
Yeah, that's how she was. We were out there. She's like, how dare, what's happening to this neighborhood? I used to be able, I couldn't even get a Virginia slug. I thought it was Marlboro Reds. I thought they couldn't carry, they didn't carry Marlboro Reds.
They were, there was not a cigarette to be smoked. Crazy.
And you know what? Is Marlboro Reds better or worse than vaping?
That's what I literally. That was my thought. I was like, at least he's not vaping.
That's what we fundamentally don't know.
Truly,
it's probably way less. Anyway,
who knows? Okay,
there's no way to know. We don't know the lights. We don't know anything. Talk to us about the discourse.
Okay, so for today's discourse, Steven, you are so familiar. So I'll just say this for anyone listening who might not know. We have a new listener, perhaps. The discourse is our segment where we talk about something that everybody's chattering about online, a story that's unfolding. And I have one from TikTok today, but first I wanted to ask you guys, do you remember the groups that I think like 2 episodes ago, Millie, you outlined are the ones that you don't want to piss off online?
BTS stans.
That's a good one.
Swifties.
Oh, sure.
But I would say just any fandom.
We're talking about this. I think we were saying
teachers
and single moms.
Teachers and single moms. Yes, of course.
Teachers and single moms. Maybe nurses.
Well,
I mean,
they're not going to activate in the same way, but I feel like individually nurses can be meaner than teachers, but collectively teachers are way better at organizing collectively to terrorize you.
Yeah. As a group online, absolutely. And single moms as well.
True. And single moms are both powerful individually and as a collective terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're talking about Teacher Talk today. This is a story from Teacher Talk.
Sorry, I have to clarify. I did not piss off teachers. You're referencing the baseball trad wife who pissed off single moms.
Yes.
And I said I would never want to piss off single moms or teachers.
Yes.
But please do not attack me.
No.
I love both groups.
We have never run afoul of those groups on this podcast.
Sure.
But what we have noticed as now internet journalists, in a way, in a certain way, is that these are 2 groups that you really don't want to be tangling with.
Yeah.
And I would say that they're like discourse inducer groups too. Like if you talk about these groups, discourse will be induced.
Oh yeah, well.
So
I gotta tell you, let me tell you, I don't use TikTok, and I learned so much from you. I'm like,
you listen, and you have to listen.
Literally, but I'm like, this is happening on the internet now.
This is very much going to feel like that. So, okay, we'll get started. We are in Teacher Talk right now. I'm going to introduce you to our main character in this first slide. Okay, so it's D3THA teacher. I'm not sure how we are pronouncing this. D the teacher. It's Miss Dawson is how we are referring to her. This is Miss Dawson. She currently has 179,000 followers on TikTok, but this is after this kind of viral thing that's been going on with her. So, that's not, I mean, I would love to have 179,000, but it's not like the craziest huge number. So I could see it having been like 10,000 or something before this, maybe.
Yeah.
Because she was posting very consistently.
Sure.
That's just an educated guess. I have no idea. She is a teacher from Texas, and she usually posts stuff from her classroom. She does a bunch of what I eat in a day because I guess she lost 60 pounds. So she'll show you her lunch and what she eats in a day. Lifestyle, fitness, workout stuff. Yeah. So you can see it in her bio.
Sure,
high protein meals.
High protein meal. Yeah.
Weight loss tips.
So that's
Texas.
Yes.
There's a lot of red flags here for me personally.
So, okay. Take a look. From far away, I know this is like we're sitting far from it, but are you noticing a particular motif, character, figure that you can see in this screenshot of all of her classroom TikToks?
Oh, sure. Is that a Hello Kitty?
It is Hello Kitty.
Love
that
Hello
is Hello Kitty. Miss Dawson loves Hello Kitty.
Okay.
And I feel like there's always a teacher like this. She's one of those teachers where it's everything's Hello Kitty in the room. She loves Hello Kitty. That's part of her teacher brand. The students know she loves Hello Kitty, and then she has a cute backdrop in her room, and her desk has all Hello Kitty stuff, and she's all Hello Kitty'd out.
Hell yeah.
That's Miss Dawson, right? So in general, her content is very like what we said, not very spicy, but she like posts from her classroom. On September 24th, Miss Dawson posts the following video with the title, "Getting on to my high school students for stealing my personal items." Okay, so this is that video.
There was 2 incidents of people stealing from me. Heaven, have a seat because I'm not playing right now. All right, 1, somebody stole my Hello Kitty collectible off my desk. Right here, off my desk, last class. I have an idea of who stole it. Now, I'm going to give you the opportunity to either tell me or to bring it back and just put it on my desk, or we're going to have to really take it there, and I really don't want to have to, but we can, because don't come in my room violating me in my space. So, also, when I give out candy, I give it out when you ask me. Don't go into my things without asking me. Now I feel violated that you guys are taking stuff from me knowing that I spend my own money on my items. So, before we get started today's class, you guys are going to write a journal prompt about your behavior, because 1, we have a lot of behavior problems in this class. Not everybody. A lot of you guys are great, and I really appreciate y'all for being respectful. But some of us are not as mature some days, and we're going to have to stop that if we want to continue to do scavenger hunts, eat candy, and have a cool time.
Okay. So just to give you stats before I get your reactions, this video has 15 million views, 2 million likes, and 8,000 comments. What do you guys think? In general, what are your impressions of the video? For anyone listening, it's like she has the phone set up so it's just filming her. Like you can't see her students, which is something I see teachers do on TikTok.
Because of like minors can't consent. Yeah. They don't want problems. Somebody's baby daddy could be looking at a pic, whatever.
Yeah. You can't film the students at school, basically.
Yeah, you can't film. But they do a lot of content of just that.
Totally. But why are we even filming that?
That's a question.
That's a question.
That's a question.
Am I just like not so familiar with TikTok that I'm like, let me talk to these kids. Let me reprimand them. Let me set up my phone first.
Okay. Well, I think like you're a well-adjusted human being, but never heard that before. But you have to understand that we just like 2 months ago or 1 month ago, a girl got fired from LAX because she did a day, like a cashier at the MAC makeup counter at LAX showed the pin to her safe. Yeah. There is a niche. People do like content and then teachers specifically. And to me, I saw someone who's like reprimanding, but like in some ways, like I'm like, I could see that really having an effect on high schoolers.
Sure.
In a way that's not like, everyone sit down, shut up. But it's like, you guys your behavior has caused me to feel violated, la, la, la. And here's like the consequence and all this stuff. And not everybody. So I'm like, 1, I understand. I'm like, yeah, why are we seeing this? But 2, I'm like, but there's like, that's just ignoring like, again, lunch ladies. Everybody does days in the life.
Right.
Yeah, it is something that you will commonly see on TikTok of like a teacher filming themselves having some kind of like serious discussion with their class. It does always personally strike me as odd. Sure. Like I struggle with it, but it's not out of the ordinary at this point. As you're saying, like it is a common thing that you will see. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's just, I don't know what the standard is or whatever. I do think the way she's talking to the kids in the video is like totally above board and like a normal way for a teacher to address something being stolen in the class. Like that, her manner of being a teacher is totally cool to me. I do always be like, but why are you filming?
Okay, here's what I think, right? We are all currently victims of the attention economy.
Yeah.
Being a teacher fundamentally is because it's like, if we're like zooming out to the macro, being a teacher fucking sucks. They don't get paid well. Like everyone's fucking parents think that they know everything.
Yeah.
Like the kids are coming in. Sometimes they don't eat food. It's a very stressful, very tough job that is constantly getting cut, that is constantly whatever. They can't wear certain things. They got to show up with their up to their neck covered and all this stuff. Like, it fucking sucks. They can't show up to work high. I'm just saying,
Bummer.
right?
No, they can't.
They shook hands.
They can't
shook
show
hands.
up to the work high. Honestly, though, teachers like even the weekday, like waking up, being at schools. When I went to school at what is it?
I was at
7:30, yeah.
6 or 7, and then they finish at 2. Like they don't want to get out and do. Like I'm just like, it sucks to be a teacher.
Yeah.
Period. It's a tough job. Whatever. I could see in the attention economy, and also you get clout. People applaud you. Look at how cute your classroom is.
Sure,
Yeah.
You're getting pleasure any way you can. You're getting that attention
I see.
where you can. It's like a thing.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, would I personally cover my, workplace in Hello Kitty or get this and that? No, but I'm also like, but I have a job that allows me to get attention and be creative and wear what I want and do what I want.
Right.
So I don't have to do that, But
I also
100%.
I do wonder if, like, because assuming that her account was, like, relatively small before this, which I think it was, if you're posting kind of mostly for other teachers and it's maybe, like, more of an exchange of information of, like, this is how I do classroom management in my classroom, like, maybe it's that. So I, like, even though it does always stick out to me as odd, there is part of me that, again, is like, well, I'm not going to run afoul of teachers on TikTok, number one. And number two, I'm just like.
I'm trying to save the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like. But I'm also just like, I don't understand the pressures. It's too much.
Yeah.
She even said in this that she's paying for candy out of her own pocket. I'm like, maybe if she makes some money off these videos, that's all the candy, whatever. So,
it's making money off and then sometimes to get a little cynical of it, a lot of people with the teachers and all this stuff, like, teachers post shit of like, look at my class of like kids pretending to go to Mexico for one day, and then one like airline flew the whole class like of first graders to Mexico and like blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So I'm like, could be trying to get a brand deal.
Yeah.
Like oh, that is that it was very cute. There's this black teacher who in Spanish class taught like her first graders or something. Let's all go to Mexico, and she made like a little passport, posted it, and went super viral. And then like United Airlines flew the whole. It was like all their like first time being on a plane. It was so cute. That is awesome. Yeah. But it's like that's how they get like you know what I mean. So it's kind of like engagement.
Yeah,
stuff.
and even on like a smaller level than that, I feel like a lot of teachers have like an Amazon storefront where you can buy stuff. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I just don't understand the hustle. Whatever.
It's a hustle.
There's a hustle. It's the hustle. So anyway, current impressions of Miss Dawson. In the group.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Would you have stolen off her desk?
Hell no. And also like
I was way too scared in general as a student.
Literally
I
never was going to do anything bad.
Off the desk.
I would have never, but also like I think too, just another thing that I feel too is like she's playful, she's fun, she's younger. I could see that high schoolers really, especially like the way the high schoolers misbehave is like testing the line, testing boundaries, pushing. So I'm like, I could see her like, that's her like, hey, you guys cannot just dig into me. I know I'm friendly, whatever, but I'm not your friend.
Right.
I'm still in a position of power.
Right.
You cannot do this, like blah, blah, blah. So I'm like,
Like setting some boundaries.
Yeah,
you know?
You have to.
Yeah, you have to.
With high schoolers?
With high schoolers.
With these kids? With these Gen
Alpha
kids?
Say, they're high schoolers?
Yes.
We know they're high school. Okay,
yeah, so this is a high school classroom. I'm not actually sure. I think they're juniors based on other videos. She teaches a couple different high school classes. Like she has freshmen and juniors. So it kind of depends.
For sure.
The Hello Kitty collectible in question here is a Hello Kitty Funko Pop that is actually kind of valuable because as it turns out, it's like an original Hello Kitty Funko Pop.
Oh my God.
So it's not like I was seeing estimates between $150 and $300 for this Funko Pop resale value. So it's not like, game changer money, but it is a valuable Funko Pop. Now, what is a Funko Pop? For anyone who's not familiar, Funko Pops are these little vinyl figurines. They're produced by the American company Funko, which was founded in 1998. it gained mostly, it started to become popular in like after 2010 because they started licensing super popular figures. So for everyone at home, I'm showing them that's like, there's a Harry Potter one, there's an Up one, Stitch, obviously. We've got Spider-Man, Groot, fucking Anna from Frozen. Like any type of like fandom related thing, there is a Funko Pop for that thing.
And like similar to the Labubu, you want to kind of like complete the collection.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you want to get all the Harry Potter ones. You want to get all the Frozen or something.
Exactly. And like, so they retail between $10 and $15, but also similar to the Labubu thing is like, there are rare ones.
Right.
There are discontinued ones. There are like ones that only were a limited run. So there are ones that are worth more. And I guess because this Funko Pop was, she says, bought for her from a third grade student that she had. So I guess she previously taught like elementary school. And one of her third graders saved up their money and bought her this Funko Pop 6 years ago.
Aww.
So when the kid bought the Funko Pop, it was probably like $10, but now it is actually like a rarer Funko Pop. She did not know this. She learns this over the course of like this video going super viral. People are like, and actually that Funko Pop is worth money.
Oh, so she didn't even know.
No, she didn't
just
know.
likes Hello Kitty.
And it was
the
sentimental,
student-
probably too.
Yeah, it was sentimental. And the student like was like, oh, my teacher likes Hello Kitty. She's been really great.
I'm going to buy her a Funko Pop. She buys the Funko Pop. She said she kept it in its box for like 6 years. And then this year she took it out and she put it on her desk. And then when a sub was in, she had a sub. While the sub was there, someone stole the Hello Kitty Funko Pop.
Not the sub.
Putting it on the sub. Putting it on the sub.
Not
Okay.
right.
So this video goes super viral, right? This is like end of September. And we start to get I'm going to do some like counterpoints throughout this.
Yeah.
So we start to get the first phase of discussion, which is people arguing over whether or not she was wrong to have a valuable in the classroom.
So victim blaming.
Yeah, basically being like, well, why do you have your Funko Pop in there? And it's like, because what?
Because it's my classroom.
Right.
Schmuck. Like, what do you mean? I want to decorate it how I want. What are you talking about?
I mean, if it's like a rare katana
Yeah.
or something, I could be like,
rare
yeah,
katana.
maybe not, but it's a fucking plastic toy that
Yeah.
a student gave you.
Literally, a student gave you. You didn't, and she didn't even know that it was valuable.
No.
It was just like a like, oh god.
Yeah, like she wasn't considering it as a valuable, and she gets into this in further videos, but she's like, I'm not even mad because it's valuable. I'm
Literally.
mad because someone walked up to my fucking desk and stole this.
And it was probably a student.
yeah.
And it's also like, maybe people don't want that shit in their house. Like,
Yeah.
or I'm just like, it's your workplace. Like, you spend most of your time at work. Like, it goes with the work theme, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
why, it's a little victim of me of like, well, you can't help people stealing. And it's like, no,
Actually,
but if it's like mostly a student, like, yeah, fuck you.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and also like, again, these are high schoolers. They know not to take something off of somebody's
Literally.
desk and steal it. They know not to steal someone's Funko Pop.
Yeah.
These Gen Alpha kids know not to steal somebody's
Cuckoo
Funko Pop.
Cuckoo Kaka Insano. You're getting candy from her. She's so nice, and you're taking her freaking Funko Pop. Are you kidding me?
Cuckoo Kaka.
It's Cuckoo Kaka Insano.
It
I don't know
okay.
what that is.
Cuckoo
It
Kaka
is.
Insano is what they're doing. Taking the freaking Hello Kitty.
Cuckoo Kaka Insano.
Unbelievable.
Insano, is that how you say insane in Italian?
It's how Steven says it.
It's how
so
Steven says it in Italian.
Okay.
Cuckoo Kaka Insano.
Oh, Cuckoo Kaka Insano.
It's
Okay,
true.
I just want to know. We're like Cuckoo
Listen.
Kaka Funko Papa, Hello Kitty. Everything is.
Everything is
But that's
ridiculous.
put a pin in nonsense language
Yeah.
for Gen Alpha.
Yeah, I mean, Gen Alpha does love nonsense
Nonsense
I don't know what
language.
6'7" is. I don't know what
I-
that
Well, we're gonna put a pin in
Okay.
6'7".
Put a pin in
Okay.
6'7". Okay. All right. So this goes really viral. People are, I would say like most people are on Miss Dawson's side in general, but there is a back and forth of people being like, well, you shouldn't have had this in your classroom and like, who cares and blah, blah, blah. And then people being like, these kids need to learn responsibility and like, you know, no one should steal your Funko Pop.
Yeah.
No one should steal your Funko Pop. So within 24 hours, she updates first that the Funko Pop has not been returned to her. So she had them write these letters. Remember they did like the assignment, classic assignment. Totally. I would say.
Come on.
She does one TikTok that she shows. It's her reading some of the letters, and they are very, very funny.
I bet.
Like one is just someone snitching on absolutely everyone. They're like, this person does this. She blanks out all their names, but she's like, this person does this, and by the way, this person's rude, and this person's the one that takes your candy. Like, whatever.
I love it.
I love it too.
And then there was another one that I liked that was like, it was like, my behavior has mostly been good, but I have been a hater to the teacher.
The honesty.
You know what? Fair.
Honest, truly. I'm like,
fair.
Thank you.
I have been a hater.
I've been a hater to the teacher.
Love that. Oh,
I say that to Alise sometimes too. I'm like, sometimes I'll do shows and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking see this person and I can't stand her. Not even funny. And then after I was like, I was being a hater.
I was being a hater.
For sure.
They're actually good and nice and I'm an asshole. And that's important.
Sometimes that's why we gotta take the inventory. Why you gotta sit and do the journal prompt and you go, you know what? My behavior's mostly been good.
Yeah.
But I have been a hater to the teacher.
Love that self-reflection. Love that.
Knowing she was gonna read it.
Yeah. Being like, and I'm actually giving this to the teacher. The one that was like labeled with all the names, it was the paper was titled "The Truth," and it was just them being like, this person does this person does this, blah blah blah.
Oh, it reminds me when I was in 4th grade, I used to have to write journal entries, and I got in trouble because I wrote, I'm so and like 3 lines because it has to fill up the page.
Oh, totally.
I wrote 3 lines of so tired.
That's
you can't get one over the teacher, guys. Is all I'm saying.
They always
I had a note confiscated once that I passed in English class, and it just said, the first line of it was just, in English, it's ... Okay. And the teacher, like, I remember her giving it back to me and she was like, this is like as far as statements, this is like, you are on the line of it not being, of it being embarrassing, but instead it's just, it's okay. She's like, I'm glad that you find the class okay. I remember when she gave it back to me and I was like, yeah, I like English class fine, but it was okay on that day.
Let me tell you, this is almost like polar opposite. I had an AP English teacher, right? She did not like me. She did no real rhyme or reason. I mean, I was like a goof, but like whatever. I'll never forget this as long as I live. She really made me do some self-reflecting at this. The day of my AP test, she comes up to me. She sounded like Mae West. She's like, Steven, come to my desk. And I came up to her desk and she handed me a box of tissues. And I was like, what are these for? She's like, you're going to fail.
Oh my
God.
Oh my God.
Did you fail?
I sure did.
Yeah, I failed my AP test too. Whatever.
You know what? But this is why high school teachers are important. They have the opportunity to be like,
yeah. Whatever. My fucking college didn't even accept AP credit, so who cares?
Get out, really?
Yeah,
That's
fuck off.
hilarious. I paid my math professor in college to pass me.
wow.
It was literally just $20. It's all I had.
But you know what?
Gave me a C.
Yeah.
You know what? Go off.
Yeah.
That's what people...
This is what I'm screaming.
Sometimes slide a 20. Just try.
Just give it a whirl. You know what I mean? I wasn't the best. I tried in math. Okay, try first. All right, do your best.
Try and
you know
then
what I mean?
bribe.
And then just see what's going on.
My mom's one of my mom's number one jokes that she loves to tell is she talks about how they had to get me a tutor for math because I was bad. Not a math podcast.
This is not a math podcast.
I was quite bad at math, and my mom's always like, "Yeah, I paid $1,500 for this one to get a D in math." And I got a C in the end. I
love how that's a joke.
That's her joke.
Yeah,
she
her
says,
joke is like so brutally roasted.
No, and like she winds up to say it. Like any opportunity when it she can wheel that one out. It's like I'm like, mom's gonna say her thing about paying $1,500 for me to get a D in math. And it was a C.
One day I'll tell you what my mom's story of that is. But
put a pin in Millie's mom's joke, quote unquote, mom's jokes, her little jokes. Okay. Okay, so she did post, so she posted herself reading the letters. Then she's kind of like continuing. She's doing her normal content. She religiously does what I eat in a day as a teacher who lost 60 pounds.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that part.
She has not missed a day
of what I eat in a day as a teacher who lost 60 pounds.
That's getting posted every day. She has not missed one opportunity to post that. She also starts posting herself she's getting gifted a lot of Hello Kitty stuff now. Other students are stepping in, giving her like other small Hello Kitty tokens, but at the same time, the thief of the Funko Pop has not come forward. By the 30th, that's 6 days later, Funko Pop has not been returned.
Wow.
The Funko Pop has not been returned. She says she doesn't know 100% who did it, but she clearly implies that she has, I think, some serious suspects.
Yeah. I think she said that in the video, right? She's like, I think I know.
Yeah, she definitely has suspects, and she did imply in another video that she thinks it was a female thief.
I could see that.
Sure.
I could see that.
Sure.
I could see
a female thief. Not the hater.
I know. I'm like, is it the one who admitted to being a hater towards you? I don't know. But it seems like they were being so self-reflective that I feel like they would have returned the phone.
Yeah, I think that was full honesty.
If they were really being like, I'm going to change my ways, I'm no longer going to be a hater to the teacher, what better way to signal that than to return the Funko Pop?
I feel like this girl was that person was hating for the love of the game.
Yeah, no.
That person's not taking it to the next level.
You're right.
You know?
For the love of the game.
I wonder if the teacher was looking at that and she was like, wow, she's been hating on me. From the back of the class. I didn't even know that she was one of my haters in here.
She was one of my favorites.
But I've been a hater to the teacher. Okay, so she's getting gifted a lot of Hello Kitty things, both from students and now from people on TikTok who are sending her
That's why
extra.
They do it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
No, now I'm getting it. I'm understanding.
People will buy throw $10 from buy a $10 thing from an Amazon wish list.
So she's doing unboxings, etc., all of this. But then, so it's like, okay, her content tiers are what I eat in a day as a teacher who lost 60 pounds. Then updates about the Funko Pop and also her receiving new Hello Kitty related things, showing off her new Hello Kitty related items. And then she posts one more sad TikTok that there's no audio to it. So that's why I'm not showing it. But it's basically, the premise of it is that she had to get a sub again. So she took down all of her Hello Kitty stuff and then put it away and then put it back up when she returned because she doesn't trust the kids with the Hello Kitty stuff anymore.
Well,
when they have a sub.
Sure. Wouldn't it?
She took down the wallpaper.
She took it all down. She said no. She took everything down and she said, when the sub is here, you don't get any of the Hello Kitty stuff because I can't trust you.
Wow.
So you can't have a camera? No. I guess you can't spy on the kids.
So so this gets addressed with her that she's not allowed to put a camera in the classroom because you can't film the kids. So it's no, for real, that makes perfect sense. But so she's still relying on these kids to come forward with the Funko Pop. None of them have come forward. So then finally, on October 6th, she posts this next video that we are going to watch now.
All right, you guys, let's get straight to it. I am finally filing a police report. So, as you guys may know, I was out for a few days last week. I had a sub, and I let all my students know to have integrity and just put my Hello Kitty back on my desk while I'm out, and no one would know a thing. It still has not been returned. So I already got a note about my students not behaving well with the sub, and then my Hello Kitty has still not been returned. So I am finally filing a police report. So that is currently what's happening. It is a shame that I can't feel comfortable, safe in my classroom as I have over the past few years. To know that my item was stolen and not returned to me is very heartbreaking. And I've never experienced this. So for people to say you shouldn't bring valuables to school, one, I did not know this was a valuable, right? This was sentimental to me because my student bought me this 6 years ago, and I finally took it out the box this year. And TikTok informed me that this was worth a lot of money. When they purchased this 6 years ago, it was not worth a lot of money, but this is not why I care so much about this. One, I care about it because it's mine. I don't care how much it costs. Two, it's sentimental because my third grade student gave it to me 6 years ago. And three, why are you stealing somebody else's property?
Audible.
And now that it has value, I can file a police report. So thank you all for that advice. I will be taking it and I will be doing it because I mean business. And as you can tell, I am very much so upset because I still have not got my missing item back. So that is currently what's happening. A police report will be filed. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
So this video has 15.7 million views, 1.9 million likes, and 20,000 comments. So
20,000.
major discourse induced at the reveal that she's filing a police report. Steven and Millie, talk to me. What do we think?
Honestly, I kind of love it. I kind of love it.
Yeah.
I kind of love it. I mean, I know like it sounds extreme, but it's like there has to be a lesson learned.
Yeah.
Clearly, these kids, they're not being nice, and they're not learning their lesson. It takes 2 seconds. I'm sorry I took the damn thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I was a schmuck. Here you go. You know what I mean? I guess though, I can also understand the other side of it. It's like a police report. They're young. They got they're children. They're dumb. You know what I mean?
If it was the sub.
Yeah.
Plot thickens.
There were some people who were like,
Maybe
have
it
we
was.
ruled out the sub?
Have we ruled out the
She
sub?
She
didn't
seems
even
to
consider
believe
it.
very strongly that
it's
it was
not
a
the
student
student.
and it was
Yeah.
not the sub. She does not seem to be considering at all the possibility
but-
that it was
Yeah.
the sub.
But
But this
you're-
question has been raised.
But I get your point of view of like that the kids are.
Right. I'm like, it's her. Looking for the
Yeah.
I can tell like anytime you involve police or you talk about calling the police, especially with the history of this country, very rightfully so, like people get sensitive. But I think that on the other hand, a lot of people talk about like restorative justice, whatever. And also like, on the other hand, it wasn't the first option, right?
Right.
She didn't immediately call the police. She gave it over a week. She said how much she needed it. She posted it publicly. She did a lot of things. And I think like when we were talking about like the effects of COVID that COVID had on children and stuff, it's like being isolated, whatever. Obviously it developed like it caused developmental issues for kids who are 6, 7, whatever. But like these things that happen in high school are important to someone's like the way they're going to be for the rest of their life as an adult. And it's true. It's like when you're 15, you need to learn that things have consequences and stuff because
Totally.
you're going to move differently when you're 20 or 30. But like if you're 15 and you're like, oh, it's okay that you stole candy from the teacher. Oh, it's okay. You can take off someone's desk. Oh, it's not that big deal. Oh, it's only $10. Like,
Exactly.
you're gonna be that is antisocial behavior,
Yeah.
right? Like a teacher, somebody who's giving you a fucking education or whatever should be able to see whatever and not have to touch it
Literally.
or feel like it's yours or whatever. So I do feel like she kind of exhausted all options.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like one of the things that she says is in a different video. Also, you know how she like revealed the empty box
Love
in
that.
this?
Love the
That's like
drama.
that's
Love the
like a
drama.
motif throughout all of her update videos is that she'll be like, well, a lot of you have been asking if I've received the Funko Pop, and then she'll pull the box out and turn it around and show you the
Obsessed.
still empty box and be like,
Obsessed.
the Funko Pop has not been
Funko Pop is
returned.
done.
So that was part of like a long history of her
Yeah.
revealing the box in this very dramatic way that I do appreciate. But another thing that she said is that she's like, yeah, I haven't involved my principal because my principal's busy, and I haven't involved parents because she was like, parents don't read their emails when it's about grades. Like
Yeah.
the parents are not going to get involved in this Funko
Right.
Pop situation. But yeah, I mean, it's like, obviously I feel that what you were speaking to about like getting police involved. I
Yeah.
don't love police. I don't, whatever. But at the same time, when you are under 18, that is when, like, stuff gets scrubbed from your like
Yeah.
a stolen Funko Pop is not
Yeah,
going to
it's-
follow you for the rest of your life.
Sure.
The likelihood that the cops just kind of
The cops aren't gonna do it.
the likelihood that the cops do kind of anything is very minimal, but the max that I feel like would happen is that they would show up and be like, you can't steal the Funko Pop.
That part. Yeah.
That's probably where this would be headed. And it is one of those things where it's like, yeah, that's kind of part of the value of high school is that you start getting treated like an adult a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, no, you can't steal stuff off the desk. Like, these are the consequences. You can't just take things.
Sure.
When you're about to be an adult, you're about to leave this school, you're about to be over 18. And guess what? If you steal stuff, people might file a police report against you. So here's how that you can see how that would play out in a way where you're actually kind of more protected because we're in this school.
Yeah.
Your teacher's the one doing it, etc. Like, I get the value of the lesson.
Sure.
I guess.
I just remember one time I worked in an office and this guy who was like the head of IT, why anybody would steal the head of IT's phone
What?
is crazy.
Stupid.
Of all the people.
Of all the people.
Head of IT?
And this guy went on a mass email frenzy. He's like, what somebody picked up and I've been tracking the phone and I know you live in Queens. And I'm going to tell you this and that and this and that. And you know what? Just bring it back. I see you. I see the move. Like, and he's just like going off and he's like, I won't have it. And it was like the most like demure, like
Totally.
soft-spoken guy, but he's like, I've been tracking the phone and you're an crazy.
The drama. Oh, I love
It's like, yeah, that will happen when you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You try people and find out.
Totally.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just going to say, not that I think you should steal, but like, if you're going to steal, you steal from your job. Those
Yeah.
corporate fuckers, you steal from them. Like,
I
if
would
you're,
steal from a corporation.
corporate, like you work at Target, fuck Target. You know what I mean? Like, that's different. But if you're stealing from your teacher, the one, listen, I know
have to be
many of us
ethical.
you see your teacher so much
Yeah.
during the week. I mean, so many of us, I know I'm one of them. I've called them mom because I see them so much.
Yeah.
So you're going to disrespect that? You're going to disrespect the teacher like that?
Yeah.
Totally.
Come on.
And that is, I feel like, part of the lesson is like, hey, if you want to be a little thief,
Yeah.
think about the person you're stealing from. Is it someone
Literally.
you're going to see every
Every day.
day?
Literally.
Who can look you in the eye and be like, I think you stole my Funko Pop?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
like you also have to, there are many lessons folded into this one. Not stealing is the main one. And then also stealing smarter is probably a
steal
sub
literally.
lesson.
That's what
Like,
I'm
if you're
screaming.
going to be thieving from people, maybe you don't steal the Hello Kitty obsessed teacher's
Teachers.
Hello Kitty Funko Pop.
Literally.
The teacher who's like Texas high protein workout meals and
Mm-hmm.
somebody who has a daily series where they say what I ate in a day. That's just
Yeah.
level
Yeah.
of dedication, eating disorder, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's like what I ate in a day as a teacher who lost 60 pounds. I don't want to get anything involved with this woman.
I mean,
clearly there's a no.
Yeah.
she has bespoke Hello Kitty wallpaper that she personally installs and takes down in the classroom. I promise you, she's coming for the Funko Pop.
Yeah, there's
She's
just not
gonna
people.
pursue the Funko Pop.
Now, exactly. I'm also just like, there's some people where, I don't know, there's like, I go to a rich person's house and they have all these chips. I might take a bag of chips home.
Sure.
Or, that's like whatever.
That's
like
different.
Totally.
That's different. You're a teacher in a Texas public school,
That's what I'm screaming.
a black woman, a
Yeah.
black teacher in Texas.
Mhm.
No one's been more impressed. It's
That's-
fucked
Yeah.
up.
And she loves Hello Kitty.
And she loves
Hello Kitty.
She
You're
gives out
She loves
candy.
Hello Kitty. Because this is where we're going back to the Funko Pops and Labubu's are things that adults have.
Mm.
And it's a lot of people who have nostalgia for back in the day, but also that can't buy anything substantial in the present or the future.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to get a house. They're not going to
Yeah.
get, like, let them just enjoy the Funko Pop.
Yeah. So, okay, I pulled some comments here. We've gotten into a bunch of them, but if we want to go to this next slide, I feel like this exchange completely summarizes the entire discourse in the
Literally.
20,000 comments.
Yeah.
It's just Kay saying, a police report over a toy, ... that's much. And then J35514H responds, you really want kids to grow up thinking they could get away with anything?
I like that a toy is that comment.
I think
Police
it's
report over a toy. The
Jessica-
picture's a
I think
toy.
it's Jessica with numbers.
Oh, is that
Oh.
supposed to be J35514H is supposed to be Jessica.
Wow.
Wow. But then, yes, Kay,
Is a toy.
who talked about a police report over a toy, it's a picture of a toy as their user.
But
Just
that's
saying.
just like anybody who has a toy, their child or their baby on the avatar is
Yeah.
a racist. They're going to be
100%.
saying the craziest shit.
A flower.
A flower.
If
Oh,
it's
I
like a
bet it's a
CGI flower,
Back off.
they're about to say
Back
the most
off.
cruel and fucked up shit
Back
to you.
off.
Wait, but what about a cat?
Cat is good. I
Cat's
think.
great, clearly, yeah.
Cat, but if it's your Abby,
Yeah, it's a little
It's
questionable.
giving like questionable.
I'm
learning.
always just like, why is the Abby anything but you?
Yeah, for
It needs
sure.
to
That's
just
what I'm
kinda be-
saying.
going on there?
But then they usually like if they're hiding behind something else that's like less
Mhm.
power and more cute.
Yeah,
I'm
scary.
sussed. I'm sussed of them.
It's scary. So, okay, next slide, we have some more comments that I pulled. So, one is high school is old enough to know better. And then we have Cardi B at her trial meme. So, I obviously had to post that one. A police report about a damn Hello Kitty. Filing a police report for a Funko as a grown adult is kind of wild. LOL. Teens need accountability. Theft is crime. Do you think we shouldn't have consequences for our actions? And then another one. I'm confused why you said you wouldn't inform administration or parents, but bringing it to social media, how is that appropriate? If I was the principal, I would feel some type of way.
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you should have escalated to the principal or the superintendent before you called police. But
But what did she say? She said they were busy.
Yeah, she was.
the police ain't busy.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say yeah.
I was like,
Everyone in Texas has a gun. They're busy in Texas.
I do kind of agree. Like that one, I am kind of like,
yeah.
yeah, it is
Yeah.
strange to me that we're doing this all on TikTok.
Yeah.
And so the final update is that like her last post was made the day after she announced the police report, and it was called "How I Reward My High School Students for Participating in Class," and that has 456,000 views. So she has not addressed the police report situation yet. We don't know what the update is on that. We do not know. I think if the Funko Pop had been returned, we would know.
Yeah,
So I feel
100%.
like no news means like the Funko Pop
Bad
is
news.
still missing.
Damn.
Yeah, no news is bad news here. I think the Funko Pop is still missing.
Wow.
And the thief is still at large. But this is a rich text in terms of Gen Alpha, in terms of
Surveillance states.
but also what teachers are going through these
Yeah.
days. I feel like anything that deals with like kids these days are all fucked up, like
Sure.
that's gonna be a discourse.
Well, this is not going to change that.
Yeah.
Finally, we are at our final segment of the show, Grasshole of the Week. Guys, this is the segment where we choose one person, a group of people, many people who need to go touch grass.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna let you guys weigh in,
Okay.
Mhm,
but
mhm.
I personally, going into this story, feels like everybody needs to touch grass.
Okay.
Everyone needs to
Sure.
get offline.
Okay.
But whatever. So before we get into this intergenerational beef, cross-generation beef, we need to introduce you to the main character of this story. This
that guy.
is a singer by the name of Somber.
Mm.
Yep.
So Somber is the stage name of Shane Michael Boos, an American singer-songwriter and producer who gained viral fame on TikTok. The music blends rock aesthetics with pop, and the work often explores themes of heartbreak and self-reflection. The breakout single Back to Friends and Undress amassed over 1 billion streams. His whole career is due to TikTok. His 2022 single Caroline went viral and racked over 30 million streams on Spotify, leading him to drop out of LaGuardia High School.
Wow.
Of course,
Yes.
sure.
Okay.
LaGuardia
There we
High School
go.
was performing arts
Of
high
course.
school. Timothy Chalamet,
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj,
Mhm.
bunch of people went there.
The way a boy like this will come from LaGuardia High
You know
School.
what I'm screaming? He
Exactly.
screams Lower East Side.
Yeah,
He screams.
Well,
What you guys need to know is we're looking at a picture of him. He looks very Chalamet-esque. Chalamet also being a LaGuardia grad. He's wearing like a little blazer and a shirt that says John Lennon. I'm like, this is a LaGuardia High School dropout for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah, because he
God.
dropped out to focus on music full time.
Paid off, it seems.
His
Sure.
debut album, I Barely Know Her, was released August 2025, and he has been nominated for multiple MTV Music Awards, Music Video Awards, and stuff. And he's currently on his Late Nights and Young Romance tour to to kind of support this relief. So this is kind of his vibe. You guys called
Sure.
it out. Very like moody, like all his shit, whatever, indie pop.
And
Yeah.
isn't he like 6'7"? He's very tall.
He's very tall. I couldn't find. I've seen that he's at somewhere between 5'11" and 6'7", but it's hard to tell.
5'11" and 6'7"
very
is a
different.
huge
Very
difference.
different.
I know, but it's hard. Well,
He's either like kind of short or he's
extremely
like
tall.
no, I think he's like at least 6'1", but
Yeah.
I looked up how tall he is. and
Copy
then
that.
It's
5'11",
impossible to
so
know.
I don't
yeah.
know. It's impossible to know.
Very
But he's
Jack
also-
Skellington.
He's very Jack Skellington.
Yeah,
Thank you
the
for
body
saying that.
type.
Because he's
Yeah.
very, very thin.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's actually super tall because he's thin. But yeah, he's very thin. Thank you for bringing that up. We'll put a pin in his thinness. On October, so what? Okay, that's Somber. That's his 5. We're already whatever, right? On October 13th, a TikToker by the name of Meganator posted a 9-minute long video about her experience going to the Somber concert in Washington, D.C. She said, quote, "It was one of the worst experiences of her life."
Oh.
She said that at 25 years old, she was older than most of the crowd. The entire crowd was tweens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She first said that the opener was really whack. She kept fake waving at people like she had no stage presence. The music wasn't a good match. The girl didn't know, she didn't have it. And then she said when Somber went on, she said that he was like not focusing on music and it was like all brain rot humor. And he was barely singing and doing terrible jokes.
What?
And she said he started the concert 2 minutes in, he made a 6'7" joke.
Right.
So 6'7", what does 6'7" mean?
6'7".
6'7".
6'7".
I can't even take it anymore.
It's a viral slang with many possible meanings.
Oh my God.
It's very common with Gen Alpha.
Sure.
Some people claim it's the equivalent to so when paired with a hand gesture of palms facing upward, with each hand moving alternately up
So you
and
can
down.
go like 6'7".
Yeah. Exactly. 6'7". Others say it's a reference to NBA player LaMelo Ball's height of 6'7", or the rap song Doot Doot 6'7" by Skrilla. If you ask the internet, 6'7" can mean nothing and everything all at once, adding to this mysterious allure.
Yeah.
What?
So she said, this is another thing that she said too. She said that when she saw Somber dance, it's like a combination of Napoleon Dynamite and Slender Man. So the video's 9 minutes long. I know. The video's 9 minutes long. We're gonna watch 2 minutes of it, so you guys can get like the main criticisms.
Okay.
Oh,
and then I want to hear your thoughts.
Sucks, but at least I'll hear my favorite music live, right? Like, this is gonna be so fun. I left early. I didn't even hear my favorite music. He proceeds to make a bunch of niche meme references for like the 12 to 16-year-old age range group. And I only understand them because I'm chronically online, but every other adult in the room, including my boyfriend, is like, why is he speaking in tongue? Like, what is he saying right now? Just ridiculous to hear out loud. Like, it was like brain rot on stage. And it was like, this is really killing the vibe a little bit. Just play the fucking song. Yeah, he did the exact opposite of that. About 30 minutes in, he cuts all the music and he's like, we're now gonna have the Somber dating show. Raise your hand and come on up on stage if you want to call your toxic ex. Make sure it's toxic and make sure there's somebody who's going to pick up. Again, all the tweens. We then proceeded to watch 3 tweens go on stage and call their ex. And then Somber's on the mic like, clock it, bro. Oh, chill out, bro. I've never had such secondhand embarrassment for someone and felt such a deep cringe. Like, you know, if you see like something cringe online, you can just like exit out or something, right? I'm sitting there, I was like, wow, I paid money to see this. Like, I paid money to suffer through that. It just got worse. It just kept getting worse the more it went on. He would make like super niche references to like 13-year-olds, but then he would also say like super vulgar stuff about like getting his dick sucked. And it was like, so you know your audience is clearly 13, yet here you are. Okay. There was a moment in between songs where he literally just randomly went, bark for me. And you hear the arena of 13, 14, 15-year-old girls start barking. And then immediately followed up with, yeah, daddy. All of that. And he wasn't even a good performer. Genuinely, it sounded bad. Like, he said he had bronchitis. It seemed like that wasn't the only issue going on there. It just doesn't seem like he knows how to entertain. He's maybe too young. Maybe he has to grow into it. I don't know. Dancing was terrible. Singing was terrible. He would let the backtrack play over the most important notes. And it was like, okay. He had this weird moment where he like had a temper tantrum on this clothing rack. Like, there was just a clothing rack and he just starts throwing stuff around. And again, you know, like the 12, 13-year-olds are like, any logical, like level-headed person in the audience is like, what are you doing? Like, just sing the song, bro. And I had to leave. I had to leave because it was the most egotistical performance I've ever seen in my life. If I had known he was like that, I would never have paid money to see him. It was so embarrassing to witness.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, that sounds really bad.
Really bad.
Why? Talk to me about, like what we just saw.
You're telling the 12-year-olds to call you daddy? You're talking about getting your dick sucked? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing?
For the record, Somber's 20.
Yeah. Which I guess for me, it's like, I wonder if the success of Sabrina Carpenter as like being funny and having this little world in her shows and like arresting someone for being hot and all of this stuff is like, I wonder if he's trying to create that kind of atmosphere. And it's like, yeah, but she actually has stage presence and like is funny.
And it's produced and it's worked out and
yeah, it's like actually choreographed and thought through thing. And then also the music is like, she's also performing the fuck out of these songs. So I'm just like, I wonder if he thinks that he's curating something funny because of that. But I too would be very upset if I went to a show and then he was just like saying memes a bunch and not really performing the music.
Also, like, where's your management? What are they saying? It's like, Somber, could you stop being a dick? Like, what are you doing out there? Well, that's crazy.
I feel like their barometer is that the teen girls love it.
They just love it so much.
And he's going to do whatever, but it's just like, yeah, I think with Sabrina Carpenter, the difference is fundamentally she's a woman.
Yeah.
And she's very small and like she plays into her character and stuff, but it's very different to have a woman lean into her sexuality for... and the thing about Sabrina Carpenter is that the majority of her audience isn't young boys.
Right.
Yeah, no,
young
it's
people listen, young women listen to her stuff, but it's like not young girls.
No, and I just feel like I'm seeing that. I feel like I'm seeing like a proliferation of Sabrina copycats and attempts, and that does include the song Wood on Life of a Showgirl. But I think that I'm like, what you guys aren't getting is that Sabrina Carpenter actually is funny. Like
that's exactly right.
Actually is, she has a comedic mind to concoct a funny stage show and then perform and deliver on a funny stage show. If you are not personally funny, don't put together a comedy forward stage show. Like, why are we calling exes on stage? What is that?
Yeah, so to the X thing, the Somber dating show is something that he does like at every show. You can see I was going to show it, but it's basically like he gets a teen girl on stage. He's like, why did you break up with your toxic ex? How is your ex toxic? And then the girl's like, this one girl's like, my boyfriend dumped me because he has more TikTok followers than me. And then she'll call up the ex-boyfriend. Somber will call him and says like, you're a loser. You have 50,000 followers. I have 4 million. And everyone's like, ah. So that's a real thing.
Okay.
And also, this video got 770,000 likes and 5.5 million views. So it is a thing about, I think what you're saying too about Sabrina Carpenter is that she did spend a long time performing. She didn't really have a breakout for like years and years.
She was stuck in the asylum.
She was stuck in the Kia asylum
for a long time.
Me and you are trapped in there, but we're getting out.
We're going to get out.
We're going to get out of the Kia asylum, which is the Kia asylum is where really talented women are just stuck in there for a little too long. But the thing is, she was performing the whole time. So that's how she's able to curate this audience. It does sound like he's doing like a comedy show. Yeah. And it's like, that's a different experience than a concert at a small, intimate theater. Because again, too, if you're doing like, for me too, I guess, for me, I'm like a stadium show. I kind of want big, grand, spectacle, fun, a show.
Yeah.
A small intimate theater where I'm there like with 500, 1,000, 5,000 people, that intimate space, like I want to hear the music. I want to hear the art. Like I don't want to go to like this big, huge, music experience. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I also feel like, not to keep harping on Sabrina Carpenter, but it's like, her having a funny show is also related to the music that she puts out. Like she puts out kind of like funny albums. She's always doing wordplay. She's always doing this stuff. I've listened to Somber a little bit. He has that one song, Sally.
I heard Undressed, I think. That's
Sally's not.
No, that's a different person. Okay, I'm confusing him in my master playlist. But either way, I have listened to.
Sorry, Sally is Role Model.
Role Model, exactly.
Put a pin in Role Model.
Who just did SNL. Okay,
Role
anyway.
Model just did SNL.
I was mixing them up. Either way, but I have listened to Somber's music a little bit, and I'm like, it doesn't. That's also not like what the music is.
Yeah.
Like it's not matching up to the style that he puts forward. So it's like. It just feels to me like, and again, he is 20 and like blew up on TikTok and all of that stuff.
Dropped out of high school to do music. I'm like, this is going.
Yeah, it's like there is something to learning how to curate and put together a stage show that maybe he just hasn't figured out. And if you have a army of like sycophantic teen girl fans, like the teen girls are the fans that are like gonna honestly kind of ask the least from you because they just love you so much. Like to get stans of that level, it's like they just want you to show up, and anything you do, they're gonna be like, ah!
Right.
So how do you get true feedback to curate your show? You know, if they're gonna love everything you're doing, then you're like, oh yeah, the dating show hits. When I said 6'7", they laughed.
Everyone screams.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't have to think about a fun experience for everybody. Like the people who like me already, it's just like. Yeah, maybe, but like that's about it. Like you're not gonna break through, you know, if you don't whatever. And that's why it's like it's good to be in the Kia Asylum a little bit.
Sure.
We have to be in the Kia Asylum because that's how you get better. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I was just gonna say, like, it's just crazy that you dropped out of school to pursue your music. You have an album that listen, I thought he was an indie artist. He has 55 million listeners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You would think you'd want to put on a good show.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, like Sabrina Carpenter, like she puts on a good show.
Yeah.
You know, she's doing it for the audience that comes, that pays the ticket, that does the whole thing.
But
I
it
love that we
takes
keep talking about Sabrina Carpenter, but it's true.
And
know?
it takes a long time to know what a good show is. That's kind of the vibe that I got is like, I wonder if this guy is like a talented musician, certainly, but like is just getting into this like live shows of this nature and like doesn't realize what a good live show is or like what it takes to be a charismatic on-stage performer.
and I think we were talking about this with Annie DeRusso of like a lot of people get really good shit on TikTok and all this stuff and like it hits, but like that does not translate to like a captivating live show.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the backlash.
Okay.
So this blew the Somber fan base up on Twitter. Twitter and on TikTok. The comments were like, people were like, oh, so tweens can't attend concerts? Everybody started harassing Meg and said that she was mean and she didn't get it and she's out of touch, whatever. And then a lot of people were saying that she was very mean to the opener, Devin Gabriella. So, and I think her thing was like, again, no energy. She was doing this fake waving thing. And also like, it was not a good match, right? So people started talking shit to Meg on behalf of Devin Gabriella. And Devin Gabriella like replied back to one of these tweets of like, who the fuck is this girl? Whatever. This girl's mean. And Devin was like, we ride at dawn.
Oh.
Which is reserved for, you know, people say that when they're going to war.
Yeah.
So some people interpreted that as like encouragement to harass Meg.
Yeah.
Then Meg, the original TikToker, said a singer by the name of Role Model,
Here
aka
he is.
Tucker, he's 28, liked her TikTok, right? And the TikTok was basically saying like Somber was a shitty performer, it was a bad show. And what happened was Meg shared the screenshot of Role Model liking the TikTok. And then Somber stans got mad. And then they started talking shit about Role Model stans. And there was beef on Twitter between the two camps.
I will say a little messy of Meg to share that Role Model.
It was a little
it.
messy.
I'm like, you are bringing the heat to Role Model now. And people are already getting Role Model and Somber confused.
Yeah.
It's happening every day, more and more each day. Many such cases.
Yes. And if you're a well-adjusted person, like our friend Steven here, who's like, why is the teacher recording themselves? It's like, you have no idea.
I don't.
What teachers are doing on TikTok. If you're well-adjusted like our friend Steven, and you're like, who cares about who's liking what, like, and no one actually like is looking at what artists are liking what tweets. You're absolutely wrong. Like this tweet by Gav, #1 canceled, ! Stan at Gav Break Fave Toys, which is a Taylor Swift stan account. He wrote, so Meg had the screenshot of the Tucker liking her video, and then Meg shared it and said, turns out this girl's gonna be all right. And then Gav wrote, weird, role model shady as fuck for liking a video talking shit about Somber. First he want to be buddy with Maddie Healy and Charlie XCX, and now he's gaining an ego. Hashtag noticing.
Hashtag noticing is really good. Hashtag noticing. I'm going to think about that for a while.
So here's a kind of side note, like, that I'm thinking as I continue to tell you the backlash from this original 9-minute TikTok video about how this girl did not enjoy this concert. I'm feeling like, okay, we've all established as a society that children shouldn't work.
Yeah.
Right? We should find something else for them to do, because this is an unemployment issue.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the Barb who flew to Arizona because,
oh my God.
the Barb who flew to Arizona to fist fight. And I'm just like, this is what isolation looks like in this country.
Yeah.
These kids are so isolated. They find these fandoms and then they're like talking about who's doing what. And I'm just thinking, like, in France and Italy, when you're like 15 or 14, you can walk to your town square and get a glass of wine and hang out with your friends. And I feel like maybe we need that badly in America because these kids have too much fucking time on their hands.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They're stealing Funko Pops.
They're stealing Funko Pops.
6 and 7ing.
They're 6 and 7ing each other.
They're 6 and 7ing. They're doing this. We didn't even get to doy.
God. We need Miss D over to talk to Somber.
Here's what I'll say, Meg. Meg, you're kind of a grasshole.
Yeah.
Meg, you're a grasshole yourself because you already said that she was messy for posting Tucker, aka role models, like of her video.
Yes.
But when she noticed that it was getting hot for role model, she took the story down and then she posted and she said, LOL, that was photoshopped. So people wouldn't harass role model. But then people were like, well, everything you said was a lie. And she was like, no, you're stupid. And then she made a whole video, like a 5-minute video where she's like, these kids are so dumb. I can't believe they think everything I said was a lie because I lied once. And guess what? That lie was actually really the truth because role model did like it. And I'm just like,
she said that.
She said that. And this is where I'm like, okay, she's 25.
Spiraling.
Meg is 25. And that's why I like to say the names of the age because it just provides context that Somber dropped out of Performing Arts High School. Kind of literally the one place that is actually would help you be a better performer.
Yeah,
literally.
You might have wanted to stick around.
You might have wanted to stick around at LaGuardia. But now we got the 25-year-old, and this is where I'm like, 25?
Oh my God.
I'm not sure the brain has fully finished cooking. As someone who likes baking, 25, sometimes you put the knife in it, and then it still comes out a little raw.
It's not fully set.
Yeah.
It hasn't
fully
set yet.
Yes.
And this is an example of Megan, girl, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Any thoughts about role model, Devin Gabriella, Somber?
Did role model say anything? Was he like, leave me out of it? Like, did he say anything?
I don't think he said anything, but it is shade to say, like, it's shady.
Yeah.
If somebody, I mean, to be honest, it took Nicki Minaj and Cardi B way less.
That was wild.
But
wild.
Cardi didn't even do anything to Nicki.
No.
She talked about other people in a diss track, and that pissed Nicki off.
Yeah.
So for Somber to act, if somebody was talking shit about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B liked it, and the person who talked shit shared the like,
It would be on.
It'd be on.
It would be on. Yeah.
It would be
It'd be
on.
on.
Yeah.
So,
But that's why I'm like, it was messy for Meg to like reveal the like in that way.
But then to be like, oh, I lied. Oh, I lied again.
That is also, it's reminding me when I was in college, I had to take this class called Detection of Art Forgeries.
Wow.
What a cool class.
I know, it was
Well,
like
we
one of my
did that.
science credits. It was good. And one of the case studies we did was about this guy who was like a really good painter, but like he was stuck in the Kia asylum.
Yeah.
Wasn't popping off. So then World War II happens. I think he lived in like Austria. Yeah, I think he was Austrian or something. But he was like not German, but he was in a place that was occupied by Germany. And he starts doing he was Dutch, because he starts doing recreations basically of Vermeer paintings, and he does such a good job that he starts selling fake Vermeers to the Nazis and being like, look, I have all these Vermeers, you should buy them from me, and getting all this Nazi money. But then when the war ends, the Dutch are like, you sold all those Vermeers to the Nazis, you're a traitor.
Oh, God.
And he had to go back and prove that the Vermeers that he sold, he had to prove his own fake Vermeers were fake. He had to like go back and like find the flaw in his own, even though he was like such a good forger, he had to find the flaw. And it was that he used a type of blue, the way the paint was made, it couldn't have existed at that time. That was finally the thing.
Wow. But you know what it's like? I was giving them, what was it? Veneers? What is
Vermeer.
Vermeer?
He's the guy who does like the pearl earring.
So then, it would be like, if fake Labubus are Lafufus, then a fake Vermeer would be Vamuskis. Vamiskis.
A Vamufu?
Vamufu.
So he was selling the Vamufus to the Nazis.
Yes.
And then the Dutch were like, those are our national treasures. You sold our national treasures to the Nazis. You're going to jail. And he's like, no, I was actually tricking the Nazis. I'm a bigger hero than you could ever imagine. They were all Vamufus.
They were all
Anyway, that's my tangent of the episode.
No, that's great. Any thoughts, Steven, so far?
My God. I'm just like, it blows my mind that she was like, actually, I said it was a lie, but actually I'm lying again. I'm like, what was she trying to, she's just fully spiraling at that point.
She's fully spiraling. Speaking of spirals, we'll go to the backlash of the backlash.
Love it.
So Devin Gabriella had to come out and make a statement, the opener, the whack opener. And first she said this: music is subjective. Performance is subjective, and everyone is entitled to their opinions when it comes to such. But there's a difference between sharing how you feel and being mean. Like, you're mean. I'm trying my best. I really fucking am. I know in this industry, hate is inevitable. I'm prepared for it, but not going to pretend it doesn't hurt. Let's have women support women, please. Wow.
Not women
Not
supporting
women supporting women.
No.
And then here's the other thing. Here's the other statement. I would never, ever encourage hatred, especially death threats. Fans were coming to my defense on a bunch of negative videos online. Quote, "You truly right at Dawn" was me reacting to how many people were supporting and expressing gratitude for that. I had no idea about any threats, and I absolutely do not condone that behavior. I'm truly sorry that's happening, and it never should be. I deleted the tweet to prevent any further misunderstanding. Thoughts about Devin Gabriella's tweet?
I mean, I get having I get that it would hurt your feelings to have a video with 5 million views that says you're bad at performing. That sucks. But going into the women should support other women route, that you always lose me. And then also, like, I would never encourage hatred. I just told my fans that I was seeing what they were doing for me and I liked it. Like, these are some games that celebrities play that I don't love.
Yeah, she's just trying to like make sure she looks good. Like she's just trying to cover her bases here. This is like, you did encourage it. She says you truly right at Dawn. Doesn't that just being like, like, go for it.
Like, I'm
Please
seeing what you guys
her.
are doing and it's awesome and I'm paying attention.
And it's also like, girl, do not piss on my leg and tell me it's raining.
Yes.
She didn't say you were ugly. She didn't say your outfit sucked. She didn't say your hair was bad. She said you had no stage presence. It wasn't engaging, whatever. And you kept fake waving at people. And also what she said was like, she'd pretend to be out of breath. Like she wouldn't do any choreo or anything, but then pretend to be out of breath and be like, so what's going on, guys? So
Are
like,
you serious?
that's what the criticism of, and I'm just like, listen, I get it. Like it fucking sucks to get. I don't like criticism. We get criticism all the time on our voices.
And sometimes it's fair, sometimes it's not, sometimes it sucks. Sometimes you're like, oh God, that person had a point. I mean, that's the worst.
Totally.
Is when you're like, oh shit, they had a
Totally.
point. Like we should do that, or I shouldn't have done that. Whatever. But when you put things out publicly, when you're performing in public, yeah, people do get to comment on if they liked that performance by you.
And I think she was saying performance is subjective. Music is subjective. I think two things, right? One is like music is subjective. I don't know if performance is not. I feel like you got to make sure like having a stage presence, whatever your stage presence is something that is pretty objective of like, were you an engaging performer or were you not? And also and if you go down the subjectivity route, all this girl was saying was like, if you are over 25, you are not going to enjoy this show because these are not polished performers. And like, you're not seeing a polished performance from the opener. You're not seeing it from the headliner. And also it's catered to children.
Yeah.
But also it's catered to children, but it's also creepy and sexual.
Yeah. And also I'm sure just because he's so popular, I'm sure the tickets were not cheap.
No,
so it's like, I'm sure you're
like
spending so
tickets.
much money. You want to see a good show and you're just like, you're paid for disappointment.
Well, let's get to Somber's response.
Okay.
I thought I was chronically online, but it's just come to my attention that there's a TikTok drama going around because a 25-year-old attended my concert and was basically complaining that there were too many tweens there. I was making too many brain rot jokes, and she just thought it was a cringe concert. And also she was body shaming me, and it's kind of started a massive body shaming hate train directed towards me on a lot of videos of me on the internet right now, which is... I totally respect people having opinions, but I am a 20-year-old artist, freshly 20. And if you're 25 years old and you're going to come to my concert and not expect people younger than you to be there when I, the artist, am 5 years younger than you, it's just a skill issue. I mean, also like the jokes thing, like you had to have known about my online presence before coming to my concert. I mean, anyone who knows me knows I've never uttered a serious word in my life. And also I make jokes for 5 minutes of the concert and the rest is music. Like live a little, enjoy life. Every age, sex, sexuality, gender, race, everyone is welcome at my concert, and I mean everyone. You guys need to find problematic people to hate on because I am just existing. Also, I'm just going to give a quick tutorial. Also, I just remembered that I had a fever and bronchitis at the show she went to, but the show goes on. I will not cancel unless I'm on my death.
So how do you guys feel about... And also, there's a moment when he touched grass, but it's important to note that that was actually AstroTurf.
Yes, it was.
Don't
he
touch
didn't-
AstroTurf.
Yeah, he didn't even touch real grass.
No.
That's how online he is. But.
The big thing that made me cringe is when he was like, so that's a skill issue. That was where I was like, okay, so that's what she's talking about in terms of like how he talks at the concert.
Yeah.
It's like, I've never said a serious word in my life. It's like, what?
What are you saying?
I do think there is, it to give him any credence or whatever, the point that I would say has the most legs is like, yeah, I mean, I'm younger than you and my fans are younger than me. So like maybe you could, if you are spending a bunch of money on a concert, maybe you should look into like what the fan base of that person is going to be and like who would potentially be there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I personally wouldn't have imagined that all of his fan base were going to be tweens, but like I'm also not going to his concert.
But also like Millie said, like all she was saying was, hey, if you're 25 and up, you're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah,
you
like
know what I mean?
I was
like,
surprised by the youth of the concert.
she wasn't
I'm
attacking them.
I'm
or
just
anything
like
that.
to give him anything.
Yeah.
If he has any legs to stand on, I think that it's that like, yeah, I have a young fan base. My show is for them.
Yeah.
He said the problem that I'm not going to give him anything, the reason why I'm not giving him anything is because he kept saying 25 like it's a slur.
Oh, yeah.
Like if he's so far from 25.
Literally.
That like whatever, which is just like, you're just not. And also we talk all the time about like, it's not okay for kids to be performers. Like there's a lot of ethical reasons, all that stuff. Bitch, Britney Spears was 19, 20.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake, Mickey Mouse Club. Mickey Mouse Club would never put on a show like that.
Literally.
And
No,
you can
literally.
be entertaining to tweens
Yeah.
and still sound good, whatever,
Yeah.
this and that.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately it sounds like the show was just not very good. And I do think it's wild to be like, well, I'm 20, so how could a 25-year-old relate
I'm
to my
freshly
concert?
20.
I'm freshly 20.
It's like,
He's
okay.
19. He turned 24 months ago.
Literally. Ugh.
But yeah,
Like-
the only thing that I will give him, or that I would say to Miss Meg, is just like, I do wonder if maybe it is known that preteens are going to his concerts. I don't know that much about him.
It's not, because
Yeah.
it went by. This video went viral.
'Cause
All
people
these
didn't
people
know.
are
Right.
like, people didn't know, and all these people are like, thank you, because I like his music, but now I won't go because I don't want that.
I wouldn't have
And-
imagined that it would be preteens that would be the demographic, and that it's like, not only is it preteens that are at the show, but it's like the show is catered to them very specifically. And so it's like according to him, it's not designed to be liked by a 25-year-old.
Well, and that's another part that he didn't address that is also the main issue too, is that if you know your audience is tweens, why are you making sexual jokes? Why are you talking about getting your dick sucked? Why are you making them bark? Why are you calling yourself daddy?
Yeah.
That's inappropriate. And then
Right.
we were talking that people started talking about, like, One Direction is a group where it's like they had crazy fans, whatever, but they're not talking about
Yeah.
this, that, and the third. They're not calling people's exes.
Yeah.
They'll like pick a girl from the crowd, put her on stage, whatever. That's different than
Mhm.
like calling up. So,
Yeah.
and then another thing was the body shaming.
Okay, yeah. So I was like, what is that
Mm,
about?
Yeah.
So because she said he looks like Napoleon Dynamite dancing and Slender Man, then, but like, she wasn't body shaming him, but he took that and was like, you're body shaming me. And it's like, people, I think to him, like, people talking about his body, how he's very thin, all this stuff, like, is in a way body shaming. But I'm also just like, first of all,
It's a stretch.
fucking tread lightly, skinny,
Yeah.
white man. Tread lightly on using body shaming as a way when people are talking about your body, when it's like that concept was created for women.
Mhm.
And it's not like men can't get body shamed or anything, but it's body shaming does exist with men. Like with Chadwick Boseman, when people were like, oh, he's not muscular anymore. Look at how fucking skinny he got. And it's because he had fucking cancer the whole time.
Yeah.
He didn't say it.
Hmm.
Is different
Right.
than Somber's very skinny and he dances very awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like you said Jack Skellington.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is also like the Slenderman Napoleon Dynamite thing feels more about a physicality than
Sure.
me. I mean, obviously it is. She chose those two things because he is between 5'11" and 6'7" and
6'7".
thin.
He's at least 6 foot. Let's say he's
Yeah.
at least 6 foot.
Because
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
tall and he's thin,
Yeah.
whatever. But to me, that's more about like the physicality
Yeah.
of those
Yeah.
two things than
Yeah.
it is about like the physique
Well-
necessarily, or physique is secondary to the
Sure.
physicality.
She did do like a side-by-side video of like Napoleon Dynamite and Somber dancing, and the similarities were strong.
That's hilarious. But also, it's like everyone can have their opinion. I don't understand why Somber took the time to even address it. It's like, bro, you have 55 million listeners.
Yes.
You're doing so, like, what are you doing?
Well, it's
Yeah.
also very funny, and maybe this is why you're saying everyone needs to touch grass, but it is very funny to be like, you should touch grass, when also it's like, you're very famous. Like, you could just not respond to this, and it would actually be
Better.
the coolest way for you to do it. Is you just be
Literally.
like, I'm actually so far above this. I'm a very popular artist. I don't need to respond to this. A bunch of people can be talking to me online, and it's inconsequential to me.
Literally.
That's
Right?
the coolest way to
Literally.
be in a situation like this. If someone's actually saying something like that needs to be addressed, it's different. But it's
Yeah.
like, you don't actually have to address this. You don't have to
Literally.
address that this woman says you're Napoleon Dynamite and Slender Man, and
Yeah.
that she didn't like your opener, and that your brain rot jokes or whatever. Like, if you're Mr. I don't take anything seriously, then just let it go.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm screaming.
But it's like it bothered him and he wants to put her in her place. And also by him responding, if you know your fans are crazy, that's
Mhm.
going to bring heat to her. But also I'm just like, if you're not going to change, if you don't think you did anything wrong, if you whatever, if you stand 10 toes down on that performance, then why the fuck are you saying anything? Because you just made it worse. You
Mhm.
sound like an asshole, and now you're shit, and you're not making it sound like you want people who are over 25 at your shows, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. all these fucking the Wiggles don't want me at their show. I'm not the target audience.
And the Wiggles have said that.
And the Wiggles said they don't want
If you
me.
go on their website, that's detailed pretty clearly.
Do not
that the
let
Wiggles
Millie
do not
Tamarez.
want Millie
Haters. I was a hater to the teacher.
I was a hater to the
So we'll watch one more video. I really liked how this girl summed it up just to sum up this whole thing. Then we're gonna wrap it up and get out of here.
Gorgeous.
I think Miss D should have talked to Somber.
I know.
Well,
That's what I
this
think.
in many ways, this is a video by Hallie, and she's very much giving Miss D energy.
Hell yeah. I hope she has an empty Funko Pop box.
Somber should have never posted a response to that girl's video. That his response was terrible. He should have just said, if he had to respond, right? If it was bothering him that bad, which it clearly was, he should have just said, stop body shaming me. Stop sending that girl death threats. My concerts are open for everyone. Everyone is welcome, but I understand everyone may not like my concerts. That's simple, right? He could have left it right then and there, because for him to get on the internet and tell her she needs to touch grass, that she's too old for his shows, that this is a skills issue because she should have known his audience. I'm sorry. I feel like stan culture has kind of infected everyone's brains. Just because you see an artist live doesn't mean you know everything about that artist. Sometimes seeing an artist live when you're spending your own money is as simple as the ticket was affordable, I like a few of their songs, and I haven't done anything fun in 3 months. Sometimes it's that simple. Sometimes it really is that simple. You don't have to know everything about the artist. You don't have to know what their fans are called, who their fan base is. You don't need to know all that information to see them live, right? And also for him to address that, but completely gloss over the fact that she said a lot of his jokes were inappropriate to be saying to minors. Okay, yeah. I don't know why he would put that on the internet.
So true.
I mean,
God.
no, she's right.
Nailed it.
She's right.
Number
And I
one.
actually don't even think I was going to give him the credit that the small amount of credit that I was giving him. Because now that I've thought about it more, I'm like, no, because you weren't actually like, you're not saying the thing that I wanted to give him credit for, which is like, hey, I cater my show to a younger audience. I get if you're not older, but it's like, no, he's saying that it's for everyone, but my fans are younger and maybe you at 25 or just I'm like, actually.
A skill issue.
The skill issue thing is what immediately was like, oh.
And I just really like what she said, like stan culture has infected the brains because like you're saying, teen girls don't require a lot. Like they are harassing their parents. Like they love somebody so much. They're harassing their parents. Please, please, please. Can I take them to, can you please take me to see them live? The parents don't know what's fucking going on, but that is a different fan base. Like they are going to be excited that they're excited just to see you.
Yeah.
Might be their first concert.
They're excited about life. They're excited to be
Literally.
out. They're excited
Right.
to be like feeling the energy of being in a crowd.
Yeah, literally.
Exactly. So they are, versus somebody again, 25 plus, who has their fucking job, has a boyfriend, has their life, whatever. And it's like, I just want to, like, I do know 2 or 3 songs of this person. I'm going to check them out live and see what's up.
Yeah.
And like, maybe they could, but that's like kind of what tours are. You get your main fan base. You get people who maybe have heard of you, but are unsure. And you build with that. But it just sounds like, again, infected his brain.
Yeah.
So, any other thoughts before we go?
God, I'm trying to think. I just have so many. I stan culture is wild and out with Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
It is wild and out.
Yes. Yes.
It-
It
like-
really is. It
God.
really, really is. I just always want to say, and it comes up on the podcast all the time, live performance is a skill.
Yeah.
If anyone had a skill issue, I would say maybe it's the people who were performing on this show who didn't seem to be able to, who can't captivate an audience. Like, okay, 15 and 25, like you should be able to make a show that is for an audience that spans the 15 to 25-year-old age group.
100%.
I promise you. I think you could even go up to 35. I'll say it. People do it all the time. People do it all the time.
And I feel like there is a way many artists invigorate humor, but it has to be pre-planned bids and it can't be the focus of the show or whatever. Or you do a somber fucking live comedy show thing.
Yeah.
And you get 2 of your favorite comedians and you do a bit with them and you do music. But like, if it's a concert, everyone just wants to be comedians.
Yeah.
And I blame Riyadh. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Take that shit to Riyadh, Somber.
Yeah. Well, for the crime.
Yeah.
For Stans harassing somebody who said, who made a 9-minute video saying they didn't enjoy Somber's concert. They need to do this. For the crime of Somber, saying that knowing his entire social media brand is a skill issue. For Meg, who posted role model liking her post and then lied about it and then she's posted like multiple 5-minute plus videos about this.
For all of these crimes.
Devin, Gabriella.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Go touch grass. Wow.
Thank
Wild.
you.
Wow.
Wild and out.
Crimes all around.
Crimes all around. Crime.
Everybody needs to get their hand in that AstroTurf at Somber's
That was
house.
wild. The AstroTurf. Just the square of it.
Steven.
That's where my dog pees.
Steven, you're such a delight. Where can everyone follow you on your journey? Follow you online, watch you on the show, watch Slayers.
You can follow me on Instagram at Hey Steven Zakari. And listen, I did just get TikTok, so maybe I should start posting. But it's the same thing at Hey Steven Zakari, and all my shows are listed on stevenzakari.com.
Wow.
And maybe he'll post a video of him editing our
I will totally do it. I will totally do it.
Our podcast.
You're gonna be editing clips of yourself. Wow.
So pleased.
Wow.
Love that.
Wow. All right. Well, until next time.
You can follow this show.
Oh, right. Of course.
At Go Touch Grass Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
And I do want to just say one thing. In the latest episode of Slayers, episode 2, I absolutely say right in the beginning, we got to all go touch grass.
Wow.
I just want you to know.
Okay.
I just want you to know. I was thinking about you guys.
And it's a shout to Grass Nation.
And it's a shout to Grass Nation.
Sure
but you know,
is.
he said go touch grass, not go touch Sydney.
No,
go touch
leave
not
Sydney
touch
alone.
Sydney.
Leave Sydney
Leave
alone.
Sydney
Sydney's
alone.
scary. You can follow me at Millie_Tamarez on Instagram and TikTok, and at Millie Tamarez on Twitter.
And you can follow me at Pandalise on Instagram and Alise Navidad on TikTok. And until next time,
Go
touch grass!
Beautiful. We've done
That was great.
it.
We did it.
We did it.